Hi everyone, this is DinoSasha here and welcome back to another review. Today we're gonna take a look at the figure. It is the Safari Ltd 2018 Macrauchenia. Now Macrauchenia, meaning long llama, is an extinct genus of large ungulate native to South America from the late Pliocene to the end of the Pleistocene period. Approximately 60 million years or so live around in the South America. It is the member of the ungulates known simply as Leptoptera, a group of South American native ungulates distinctive from the two orders of contains of living ungulates on the present of South America. Now, these creatures belong into a family known as Macraucheniae, which this species belong to this member, the Macrauchenia, although they portrayed has some tapir-like proboscis, but other reasons suggest that it has a moose-like prehensile lip or saiga antelope-like nose-like structure. And it's also the species name known as the Macrauchenia patagonica. Now, these creatures' size can grow up to 2.5 to 3 meters, 8.2 to 9.8 feet long, and the height was about 1.8 meters, 5.9 feet tall as a human, and weighed over 909 to 1,000 kilograms, or 2,004 and 2,205 pounds. They're around the size of a black rhino. These creatures live in groups called herd. Only the females live in herds while the male prefer on their own. And they also being a herbivorous, meaning they can eat plants. They live other ungulates like the Macrauchenia, Neolipcatherium, or Xenorhinotherium, but they have to deal with the natural predators like Smilodon. Now let's take a look at this beautiful looking creature. It is a belong in the family of this species, simply called as the literal Perissodactylidae, which means these creatures are some of the more unusual ones. They might be related to a horse and rhinos, but that may be true, but there might be an ancestor of a zebra. But sure, they're very unusual creatures, but since there are consistent relatives, they might be considerably related. So the sculpt is nice, and I love the tapir-like snout, which is resemble the trunk, which it's a pretty impressive of an animal, and I love the teeth inside of it. Yeah, I love the inside of the teeth, which is pretty nice indeed. There might be a Tesodon, which is another relative, and yeah, all belong in a Leptoptera, which these species are considered different animals. Now, I love the sculpt, which is pretty nice, and the pose is a very good one nonetheless, which these distinctive creatures are belong in the separate clade of Perissodactylia, which is a pretty good exemption of any known animal on the planet. They might be related though, but still, they are great creatures to be having around, but none other than Macrauchenia. But these things are just as beautiful as they are. And I love the pose though, it's kinda wacky. And the details is actually great. The Macrauchenia's details is great, I believe. They're some of the few animals that may have this design as well, which is a pretty good one, and I believe that is one animal that you should respect it in, which the details in it. Anyways, the color scheme looks great, and that has a orange brownish color along with its white colors on its face and grayish and blackish on the trunk and mouth, and it has a white underbody on the belly, and especially its blackish legs, and have 3 toenails or 3 hoof pads, and have black feet. And I made drawing a primal style of Macrauchenia to have it around. And yes, I may have primal style Macrauchenia, both a fixed now and the original. Now, the head is exactly like the inaccurate Macrauchenia. Although this is a very unusual animal, but still a great one. It resembles of walking with beasts, so this color scheme might be related to it. But still, a great animal nonetheless, which is pretty example with it. And I believe this is a great example of the Macrauchenia itself, which is pretty good. It's pretty good nonetheless, and none other than animal can compete, but I don't have any South American creatures around, but still, they're great animals nonetheless. Anyways, we're gonna bring up a ruler. So let's get this Macrauchenia measured. Transform a length from the tip of his snout, always tip of the tail. We're looking at about as literally 4.7 inches, and which is only at about, as we can see, they can grow up to a 10.5 centimeters, and high on top of ears, we're looking at about 3.5 inches, which is only at about 8 centimeters. Now, for comparison, I'm gonna bring up some other South American creatures. And here are some of the South American creatures that can get along with Macrauchenia. A Doedicurus and the Smilodon, both added by my Safari Ltd. And I believe these creatures can get along with Macrauchenia in South America. I may adding more Smilodons and the other Doedicurus, but that might be numerous, which this is getting a bit long enough. So the Smilodon is a predator to Macrauchenia, while the Doedicurus is also the same thing, which the Doedicurus may have defend themselves. So I'm gonna link both of them in the description box down below, and I'm gonna ring this Macrauchenia a 10 out of 10. A pure, beautiful looking mammal. Which is a pure animal though, but everybody likes Macrauchenia because of its odd-like structure. But still, a great animal nonetheless. But if you know about this figure, let me know in the comments is what you think of this creature. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and click the bell for notifications so you'll never miss the video, and leave a comments below. And I'll see you for another review about the Collector 2023 Confronting Triceratops horridus. Goodbye everyone, see you next time.